Well, I think we're off to a good start. I certainly enjoyed the morning and all the presentations. And just going to continue. I should be speaking into a microphone, Elizabeth says. How's that? So now it is my great pleasure to introduce Alex Rachel, who will be talking to us on the pan-erotic and the subtle worlds. Alex has been developing contacts with non-physical entities via non-ordinary states of consciousness for a number of years. He is currently a doctoral student in the East-West Psychology program at the school. He has an MA in Philosophy and Religion from this school and a BA in Literature from the University of California at Santa Cruz. And so it's our pleasure to welcome Alex Rachel. Thank you.
Thank you, Ren. Is everybody here PCC? Is there anyone not in PCC here? All right, excellent. Anyone from EWP? That's my current program.
Women's Spirituality.
Awesome. Great. Okay, so today I'd like to share a vision with you. And for this, I'd like to take you into an imaginal space for about a brief 10-minute meditation exercise. In this meditation exercise, I'd like to evoke some of the material that I've been working with in my dissertation research. But before we do that, I'll give you a little bit of explanation for this material. So the vision that I'm working on, it's called the pan-erotic vision. And so like panpsychism or panvitalism, it's eros all the way up, all the way down, and all the way out. It's an original vision. It's rooted in my experiences in non-ordinary states of consciousness and my own intuitional impulses. My methodology, it has a heuristic component, basically making reports of what I'm doing in non-ordinary states of consciousness, but the methodology is primarily theoretical or hermeneutical. In its theoretical interpretation, this vision, it's influenced by a lot of the thinkers that we're familiar with at the Institute. And also it's influenced by the accounts of folk or shamanic or indigenous traditions, as well as the stories and images of artists who are working with similar valences of the psyche. So today, of this pan-erotic vision, I'm going to be elaborating on the cosmological piece. And some of you who have heard some of my other talks that I've given know that there's part of this vision that deals with the not-so-nice things that go on in the subtle worlds. But today, I want to focus on love, and in particularly that sort of passionate love that is sometimes known as eros. So cosmological eros, for me, it takes the form of an encounter between dark and light, between the earth and the alien. The edge that I'm working with in this dissertation has to do with an entity that I think of as superterrestrial, which basically means that this entity, it doesn't originate on this earth, and it doesn't originate in the physical world of space-time. In this entity, I see the realities of our ancestral human past, our galactic inheritance, the redemption of the transcendent by the immanent, the illumination and taming of some of the horror that stalked our recent centuries and even millennia, and the celebration of the exquisitely erotic love that courses through our world and our own beings. So much of what I'm doing is looking for the imprint of this alien, this entity, whatever it may be, trying to illuminate those places where the simplest and most honest explanation for what's going on is just alien love. So I'd like to begin this exercise now. A visualization exercise. Some of you are probably familiar with these kinds of exercises if you've taken courses here. So please make yourselves comfortable. Close your eyes if you'd like to. And relax your body. And breathe. We are starseed. What did we feel when we first sensed this world from our higher dimensional space? Yes, we had visited countless worlds before this one, but this one was special. Feel our world as if you were feeling it for the first time. See our world as if you were seeing it for the first time. The blue-green cloud-covered planet. Beautiful, bountiful life drop of the galaxy. Legendary. Feel your wonder at seeing this world. Feel your anticipation. And now feel yourself as if you were feeling yourself for the first time. You are the star field, unchained, super light fast, beyond gravity, beyond bounds. You are both the whole and one among many. You are legion. You are celestial. You are starseed. You are celestial, and as you look upon this new world, you know that you are falling in love, have already fallen utterly in love. You know that nothing will ever be the same again. Feel the eros arise in your celestial being. Feel it now in your bones, in your tissues, in the beating of your heart. You have been to countless worlds. You have winged through the galaxy in superphysical form. You have dropped into the raw pulsing fullness of space-time more times than can be remembered. And yet, this time, you know it will be different. This world on this spiral arm, so mysterious. Feel your desire, the quickening in your starry being. The earth is waiting for you, so ready. Feel the passion of this world radiating toward you. Breathe this in. Breathe in this passion. As you throw yourself upon the earth, you experience something that you have never experienced, not once before on 1,000 worlds. The most exquisite pleasure. The shock of contact with the earth, the force of your commingling almost shatters you. Reality literally buckles underneath the lust that is ignited between the two of you. Feel the savage passion with which the earth pulls you to it, the incredible sexual appetite, the titanic vitality. Deep in your hyperdimensional being, you are aware that you have found your beloved. Feel this certainty. Feel the incredible love pouring from you to the earth. Feel yourself claimed by this love. A second shock. Feel the tendrils of the dark matrix of the earth moving into you, penetrating deeper and deeper into your being, surrounding you, pulling you even closer. Wherever your light pushes, it finds sweet resistance, a fantastically intelligent yielding that is still forceful, dynamic, and endlessly wise. Feel your interpenetration with the earth. Feel your light pouring into the earth. Feel the utterly mysterious and intoxicating darkness moving throughout you, instructing you, initiating you into the tender, dark mysteries of space-time. Breathe. Breathe in this total pleasure. Wherever your light touches the earth, new forms arise. Cloaked in these forms, you move over the surface of the earth. The smell of grasses, the sound of rivers, the taste of rich soils, warm breezes across your skins. Feel the joy of having taken form again. Millions of precious forms. The joy of crawling, gliding, flitting, paddling, striding. And always your beloved wrapped around you, permeating your being. You have embraced the earth. You are the earth embraced by the celestial beloved, ravished by this incredible light, your most fervent desired answered. Feel the light penetrating into every cell of your dark matrix. Feel yourself holding the light, sharing your wisdom with the celestial. You are becoming more than you have ever been. You are joy. You are love. You are the impossible chance meeting. And you are what was meant to be. And now focus your awareness. Focus on your human form. Feel your human shape. The feel of skin in contact with the world. The feeling of vertebrae supporting a spinal column. The weight of your cranium. The blood pulsing through your veins. Exalted human form. Humanity moving across the world, our ancestral time, looking, walking, talking. Feel the clever intelligence pervading your cells. Feel your tribe around you, the closeness of kin, the smell of the smoke of fires. And at night above you, the stars, the belonging place. Days of wandering plains and settling, a beaten copper mirror, a weathered hearthstone, a freshly grooved inscription, a handful of seeds, the sound of foreign languages in the marketplace, and at night the starry ones wheeling overhead. Horn and sinew bows, cities, books, feel the radiance permeating your being, knowledge, clarity, light falling upon our species, awakeness, uplift, mastery, complexity, the religious epiphany, order, progress, time flowing that way. And at night, something there in the stars, just at the edge of memory, almost some celestial mystery. A quickening, machines, vast movements of peoples across the globe, networks of urban light, the tiny organelles and helical DNA of cells, flickering screens, unseen stars and remote galaxies. And yes, we are starseed. Through it all, we were never not starseed. We are the superlight celestial, cloaked in dynamic matter. We are earth infused with light, the blood mystery. We are the most extraordinary romance. We are love unfolding. We are starseed. When you feel ready, open your eyes, come back to this room, back to this space. I'd like to take any questions or comments that anyone might have now. I left things deliberately a little more evocative rather than explicit, so we just have a few minutes. Matt.
At the very beginning of your talk, you said something that was, it kind of caught my attention because it's the reverse of what we normally think of it. You said that immanence is going to save transcendence.
Right, redeems transcendence, yeah.
Could you unpack that a little bit? Because usually it's
Yeah.
needs to be saved by the transcendence.
Yeah. Good, that's great. You've honed in on really what the, like sort of my philosophical impulse and really my political impulse with this material is too. So much of our religious traditions, a lot of our channeled material, a lot of our even like really out there mystical experiences, they're always, not always, often privileging the transcendent. So it's the transcendent that redeems inconscient earth. And so like the philosophy of the mother and Sri Aurobindo, we have a lot of, it's integral, but in some way it's still like, the earth is still Maya. It's not quite, just doesn't quite have it. And even in some forms of Tantra, you still have this privileging. So I'm reversing this and equalizing it. I don't want to. I want to be careful not to just sort of in the manner of critical theory, just sort of reverse it and then okay, immanent good, transcendent bad. But I'm trying to balance this out. Really, what I'm doing here is just getting us to love this world, love this matter, accept it, and accept the terrible suffering that often happens here, accepting the confusion and the difficulties, but to accept that as whole and complete in and of itself, and as complementary to the transcendent. So the transcendent may be more luminous, light, consciousness, the immanent more matter, space-time, the body. That just seeing that these are two complements and they both need each other. And that's really a lot of it, is that sense of redemption, that the transcendent has this vast intelligence, this vast ability, freedom, this hyperdimensional freedom that we hear about in a lot of mystical traditions. But it doesn't have the wisdom of living in the limits of space-time. Maybe time for two more questions? 2 quick questions? I'll just say a little more on that point, Matt. Part of what I'm also doing with this sense of reframing the debate between transcendent and immanent is also giving space for the spontaneity of encounter. So instead of it just being sort of this one plane, the transcendent, and this one plane, the immanent, sort of unpacking itself in a lot like the way we see in emanationist philosophies, I'm looking at a more spontaneous encounter between space-time and between the transcendent. And for that spontaneity, I see that we need a sense of personhood. We have to honor personhood there. And so instead of just like, well, some infinite light, it's this sense of this dynamic being that's of the stars. And instead of like, well, just space-time or just matter, it's the earth. It's the earth. So we really have these two cosmic people, or these two sort of domains of beings that are interpenetrating with each other. Lydia, quick question.
I really like what you're saying because it's another example of a phrase I've been rather obsessed with lately from Thomas Berry from Dream of the Earth, where he's talking about the time that we live in, and he says what's needed now is inscendence, not transcendence.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a really beautiful combination of what you're talking about. We don't want to go away from the divine, but we want to find and experience the divine as it is right here in physical. That's not just in physical form, but that they're married, they're inherently married together because the physical is of the divine and vice versa. The divine is of the physical.
Yeah.
And it makes me remember that quote.
Inscendence, yeah.
Inscendence.
That's great, Lydia. Joy?
So what's alien?
It's not of this earth. So this is a bit of an edge that I'm working with, because it's like alien. Like, okay, that's a little out there. I mean, my research is a little out there enough without sort of bringing in this word alien.
We're not all one. That's alien.
Yes. Well, thank you. That's basically what I'm trying to evoke through the sense of encounter of two people, is this sense of like when you fall in love with somebody, there was a moment when you didn't know them and you came upon them, and it wasn't just like you flashed back of like, oh, we've known each other all these lives and I know everything about you. There was this exoticness, this foreignness, this alien quality about this of like, wow, like you are not of my world, you are something else, and it's blowing my mind.
Would you say that's akin to what Irigori talks about as the transcendent other, so that, there's always a mystery out there, and it is the other, so that we're not just talking about oneness and, extending our ego to include everything, or talking about a oneness that we can't participate in, but that there's actually, a two-ness.
Yeah, the sense of other, and I think it's really important with this kind of direction I found. It's like you have to go through post-colonial thought, and I think you have to understand, like, there is this way in which othering can be really kind of repressive and really ignorant. But part of what I'm doing is celebrating and revitalizing this concept of the other, the incredible, mysterious other. Yeah.
Thank you, Alex. I just want to say before we applause, I want to just thank you personally for that very beautiful, creative, poetic, and inspiring meditation that celebrates the pan-erotic at whatever level of existence you might think of. And that's a beautiful job. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Rand.
Right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to do a quick mic switch here, and we'll
Mic switch.
bring up Kelly McMiniman.
Kind of bothering me.
Yeah, I've had a couple requests about turning this off. You know how to do that?
Just unplug that.
Thanks, Matt. Can you clip this on somewhere, or would you rather use this?
This is just.
And I can bring that forward if you like.
I'm not going to be writing on it except for one thing. I guess I can try to use this.
Otherwise, you can use this.
I want to use the podium.